Your brain has been lying to you every single day without telling you once. Here are 7 things it does behind your back. Your brain doesn't hate Mondays because you're lazy. It hates Mondays because of what you did on the weekend. On Friday night, you stayed up late. Saturday, same thing. Sunday, you slept in. You just gave yourself social jet lag. Your internal clock shifted 2 hours forward over the weekend. Then Monday hit and you forced it back. That's not a bad attitude. That's your circadian rhythm being physically disrupted. The grogginess, the mood drop, the inability to focus. That's your brain running on the wrong time zone every single Monday. The fix? Same bedtime every day, including weekends. But nobody does that. So enjoy your Mondays. Which day of the week hits hardest for you? Comment below. Follow Susan for more. You have 0 memories before age 3, and your brain did that on purpose. It's called childhood amnesia. And it's not because nothing happened. Plenty happened. You just can't access any of it. Here's why. The hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores long-term memories, isn't fully developed until around age 3. So your brain was recording, but had nowhere to save the files. And here's the part nobody talks about. Even the memories that did form got overwritten. Your brain kept building new neurons so fast that the old connections, the ones holding your early memories, got pushed out. You were there for all of it. You just can't get back in. Which is your earliest memory? Comment below. Follow Susan for more. You just walked into a room and have no idea why you're there. That's not age. That's not stress. That's your doorway. Scientists call it the doorway effect. Every time you walk through a door, your brain treats it as a new event and files away what you were just thinking about. The door is literally an event boundary. Your brain sees it and says, new scene, clear the short-term memory, start fresh. It doesn't matter how focused you were. The door resets you every single time. The fix? Think of what you need before you get up. Or go back to where you started. The original room triggers the memory because your brain filed it there. Try it right now. Go back to where you were. Susan will wait. Which is your comment below. Follow Susan for more. Try to tickle yourself right now. Go ahead. Nothing happens. And your brain is the reason why. When you try to tickle yourself, your brain already knows what's coming. It predicts the touch before your hand even gets there, and then it cancels the sensation. This is called sensory attenuation. Your brain filters out sensations it expects. If you cause it yourself, your brain marks it as unimportant and blocks the tickle response. But if someone else touches you, your brain didn't predict it, so it can't cancel it. That's why it tickles. Scientists tested this with a robot. People couldn't tickle themselves through a robot either, even with a delay. The brain still predicted it and canceled it. You cannot surprise your own brain. It always knows what you're about to do. Try again. Still nothing. Follow Susan for more. Touch your stomach right now. There's a brain in there. It's called the enteric nervous system. 500 million neurons lining your gut. That's more than your spinal cord. It doesn't need your brain to function. It digests food, controls gut movement, and makes decisions completely on its own. Cut the nerve connecting it to your brain. It keeps working. Here's the part nobody talks about. 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut, not your head. Your gut. The chemical that controls your mood, sleep, and appetite mostly comes from your stomach. So when you feel nervous and get butterflies, that's your second brain reacting. It feels emotions before your head does. Your stomach knew before you did. It always does. Touch it again. That's not just digestion. Follow Susan for more. Why your brain finishes songs before they end. Your brain is playing a song right now that isn't even on. It's called predictive coding. Every time you hear a song enough times, your brain maps the entire pattern. The melody, the beat, the next word, all of it stored. So when you hear just the first 2 seconds, your brain doesn't wait. It fires the rest automatically before your ears even get there. Here's why that's wild. Your brain doesn't just predict music, it predicts everything. Every conversation, every routine, every room you walk into. Your brain has already played the scene before it happens. Music just makes it obvious because you can feel it. And earworms. That's your brain starting a song loop it couldn't stop. You triggered the pattern. Now it's running on its own. Comment the song stuck in your head right now. Susan already knows what it is. Follow Susan for more. You had a dream last night. It's already gone. Here's why. During REM sleep, the stage where you dream, your brain deliberately turns off norepinephrine, the chemical responsible for memory storage. It shuts it down completely. So while you're dreaming, your brain has no way to save what's happening. The experience is real. The memory never forms. Here's the part that gets weirder. You actually wake up multiple times every night, briefly, between sleep cycles. The dreams you remember, you woke up during them. That's the only reason you caught it, and within 10 minutes of waking up, 90% of your dream is gone. Not fading, gone. Your brain never saved the file, so it wasn't a bad memory. Your brain was never meant to remember. Dreams weren't built to be kept. Comment the last dream you actually remember. Susan wants to know. Follow Susan for more.